So basically, with episode 7 of Reborn as the Master Blade hero, basically episode 7. There are some things that I do want to talk about. The first thing I definitely want to talk about is Chris. Chris seems like, based to me is, I think that she really is the main female protagonist in this anime, or I was in the main male protagonist in this anime. That's what it basically kind of feels to me. But we really did not get really much information, about Chris's past and stuff like that, like how she became, how she became the king and stuff like that, and stuff. Because even though based with Chris, that's based on the other hand, because he used to be the king or something like that. Now I'm really still kind of like wondering, like, what kind of timeline were they in? Were they in of his timeline being king, or maybe in the future, or maybe in the past, which we really do not know, and I really do not know either of those too. One thing I found very interesting is that when Chris went to the library, and and she got like looking at the libraries of the books, and basically she was looking for something that can basically like know about the past and stuff like that, and basically of the future. But however, there's no books basically about her or about her king or stuff like that. I'm really quite shocked and surprised, because maybe there might be a very good reason why there's not maybe no books, maybe not knowing who's this king really actually is, which I can't remember his name. I can't remember, and so I mean, yeah, that's what basically feels to me. Except for that, so I mean, like, I'm hoping we can find an answer, like why there was no books based on his history, or basically Chris also too. But I'm still also kind of conflicted why he want to be reincarnated again. So I really do not know. So we don't know what kind of timeline that he's really actually is, or anything like that, or maybe there's some information that we really do not know. It's kind of confusing, because I feel like this anime is not really addressing some of the things, like what happened to the king. I think the king I think he had a heart attack, or maybe he just got sick or something like that. I really do not know as to that. And I'm also kind of wondering about the goddess as well too, because I'm kind of wondering if the goddess is really going to come back with this anime. I have a feeling there may be a very good possibility that she could show up. Now, there's one other thing I definitely want to say also too. I think it's going to episode 6 or something like that, episode 6 or 5. One thing I definitely want to mention also too is that when Chris met the other king, we really do not know if this king really took after Chris's place. However, I really don't know if that really is the case or not, or maybe Chris must have known this person or something like that, or there may be a very good possibility that Chris is probably a dictator. No, not a dictator. I mean, I'm talking about the other one who took over after Chris. So we really do not know, like, this person could be good, this person could be bad, this person could be a dictator, but we really do not know. And stuff like that. It still kind of shocks me that, I mean, we're not. I feel like we're not getting enough information, basically in regards of this anime. That's what it kind of feels to me. That's just basically what I definitely do think. But however, I kind of wonder, like, if those books were in the library. And my question is, why would they want to remove them in the first place? Or maybe they probably know, like, yeah, that Chris got reincarnated. But we really do not know. We don't know the information, and that's just what I feel like. That's just a major flaw based on this anime, because it's just, we don't know any of this kind of stuff and stuff like that. Now, I think the light novels may have a general understanding of what's going on, but even though we really do not know, so that's just basically what it feels to me. Now, I definitely want to talk about the girl and her brother. I think her name is Rafina, and her brother his name is Raphael. Now, them two have been siblings for quite some time. I really do like Raphael. I really do. He seems like he's a really nice guy. I guess he's one of the princes or something like that. To basically to step over and being king or something like that. I really do not know. But the one thing I definitely do want to say is also too, because I don't think Raphael is not a bad guy. I just don't think he's really not. I think he does have a really good interest on the Chris, which that's basically a good thing. But there's just some other things. There's just some other things that we just really do not know. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, like, if Raphael has interest on Chris or not. But if he really doesn't, then I guess we'll just have to wait and see like what's really going to happen, and just basically see what it maybe is and something like that. I do understand that I mean his sister and him and Raphael basically are just brother and sister, but I'm really just kind of like wondering is that like I feel that she's kind of being cast to the side because she does get pretty soon get focuses basically in this anime, even though she's one of the supporting characters. I would say one of the main female protagonists, not in this movie, but it's basically in this movie, not movie anime, excuse me, anime. But I mean that's just basically what I definitely do think is so, and that's what it basically feels to me. One thing I definitely do want to say is also too with the Chris's abilities, basically what she really has when she's taking those pieces down, like she's using her fingers like like everywhere. She's like going like everywhere, and like how in the world is she doing that? Because it's kind of like I'm seeing Goku right there in the middle, and I mean he can move really that fast. He really can, but it's just really just kind of shocks me just to see Chris, like I wouldn't say like copying as Goku, but just seeing like that's what basically what Goku basically what did right there. Now, there's another thing I definitely do want to talk about. It has to do with the demi-human. That's with the demi-human. Because a lot of people think that the demi-human is just basically that she is a huge threat. I really don't think she really is not, or something like that. Or she must be working for a organization or something like that, or something that made her some of those pieces in the first place. However, I really do not believe that she did some of those pieces. I really don't think she really did. That could be an accident, or maybe that was on purpose, but we really do not know. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, like what's gonna happen in episode 8 and stuff like that. And so, to be honest with you, the best where this anime is really going, it's personally one of my favorites right now. But even though I definitely do like Chris the most, personally one of my favorite characters in the anime. So she really, yeah, she is really, yeah, she is. But maybe there might be a very good possibility because since the same it's going so well, I have not heard any major complaints. But even though it's just some of the major other complaints, about what I'm addressing you, because when it has to do like what happened, like what happened to the king, did he became ill, did he die, or something like that, did he had a heart attack or something, or something like that, and what about the other one? What about the other king? What about him? We don't know information on him because we don't know why. We don't know why does he like why does he know it's the previous king? That's something I just don't seem to understand. But I mean, I really don't know. Especially just like basically in the library, the books they should have had books based on Chris's past, being a king back then. But however, somebody must have removed it. Somebody did, but I don't know who. But that's just basically what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm just being hypothetical, so I'm just basically seeing what really could happen. So we got, and I mean, I definitely don't like where the direction where the was where to go, but I just think there's just some of those questions that I feel like I don't know if it's going to be answered later on into the anime or maybe not or something like that. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see if something like that, like if somebody else basically to tell us. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. You guys agree with me or not? I don't know. It's up to you guys, but. So yeah, anyone since onwards, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you get a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember you. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Take care. Bye.